So on Saturday, we are going to Brentford as one of the only three remaining teams that are undefeated. And we are going to come out of Brentford undefeated and for several weeks after that. The thing is, this international break hasn't gone well for us because we have lost people like Esugo. Caicedo is also not very, very fit. Uh, and there's a couple. Reece James has played a lot of games. And I think we still have a lot of players that can slot in those positions. But especially we are very, very thin at the midfield. And as I said, here's my lineup. Now, as you know, Sanchez, then at the CB, Fofana, Taloba, Achampong might also play. But next week I think we also have Champions League. Is it? Yeah, we are going to Bayern. Or Bayern is coming. We are going to Bayern for Champions League. So we need to balance these things so that we don't have a scenario where a player is playing 4 games or 5 games in 2 weeks. Like James played 3. If he comes this weekend, he plays versus Brentford, versus Bayern, and then next week again. Those are 5 games in 2 weeks. That's just a recipe for injuries. We need to manage that, and that's why I think Malo Gusto needs to slot in at the right back. Then Cucurella is always left back. Then here at the mid is where we have a problem because Caicedo looks not very fit, and we need him fit versus Bayern. Brentford, we can beat Brentford with anybody at. It will be hard, but Brentford don't right now they're not as good. They have lost some of the best players that they had last season, both at the mid and the two monster pressers that they had. So Lavia has been training. Probably he might be available. I don't know if, but if he's not available, we might just go with uh, Santos and Enzo because Enzo was also not playing versus Argentina. He has been training all this season, so I think he'll be good. And Santos will also be good. And we are going to attack. Brentford, I don't think is going head to head on us. It's going end to end with us. I think they are going to sit back because we are having press monsters on their back with Neto, with Pedro, and Gittens has not been playing. This is one of those games where he needs to play because Estevao is also coming from the international break and he just played, and then you fly back and you only have less than 48 hours to train and to prepare and to recover, which I think that's why we need Gittens and Neto. But then there's also still Buonanotte, who's also not part of the Champions League squad, who can slot in. So if Palma is not really on his game, we can have him there. And then Pedro up front. Or do you have any other guys? We recalled 2 guys, but will they be enough? I don't think they're at that level to beat Brentford. Like to offer Brentford any David Washington and Guye. I don't think they're at the level where they can put a lot of pressure on Brentford. So this is my squad, and that's only if Lavia is not uh, fit enough to play and Palmer is fit enough to play. If Palmer is not fit enough to play, we can have their Buonanotte. If Lavia is fit enough to play, we can have either Enzo, probably Enzo and Lavia and Buonanotte playing, or Enzo, Lavia and Palmer, depending on their fit level. But at the back, I'll probably want that Marlo, Fofana, Chaloba, and Cucurella. But again, if Fofana is not very ready, you can just slot it either Tosin or Achampong. I don't care. I feel the difference between those is not that huge. Like Fofana is better, but then Fofana has to be fit. The other three, Chalobah is also better. But he's always played out of position. If he's playing in the left CB, there's no huge difference between him and the others. Like they're still making some individual mistakes which you probably wish they would have avoided. But I think this is my team. Anyway, nice day. I think my camera is doing some. I don't know what my camera is doing. Yep.